Hi guys, it is April from Getting Hygge With It. Today I'm here to announce my summer book club. So let's get into it. So if you don't know, I started a little Patreon page. I will link that in the description box below. And some of my Patreons and I are going to pick a summer read. Pick a summer read, read it all together, and then at the end of the summer, we're going to participate in like a live show on my YouTube channel. I am very much looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do a book club for a while, and I thought a quarterly one would be nice because you still get to mood read when you want to, but then you have this group thing. I'm very much looking forward to it. So every season we will pick from a group of books, and they are themed. So I'm here to announce the summer theme, the 5 books that I've chosen for it, dwindling it down to 2, and then it's over to my Patreons to choose which one we actually read. Okay, so the theme for the summer book club pick is shaking things up in a small town. There are so many ways to shake things up in a small town. I mean, someone can just move into town and the whole town can get completely out of whack from that. There could be a murder. There's so many things that can happen. So I've got a little stack here of 5 books that I dwindled it down to. I actually had another 5 and then I had to think over it. Woke up at 4 a.m. thinking about this. And so here's the 5. So first is The Unforgotten by Laura Powell. This came out in 2017, I believe. And it's historical fiction. It takes place in 1956, and we follow a teenager living in a very small Cornish fishing village named St. Steel. Nothing really ever happens in St. Steel until a string of murders start happening, and they're apparently very gruesome. And they bring with them all sorts of big journalists from London, from the big city. So they've got this influx of people coming in. And our main character, Betty, strikes up a friendship with one of those journalists. And his name is Mr. Gallagher. And I think they try to like solve the mystery together. It sounds wonderful. So I thought this could be an option. Next is Grady Hendrix's new book, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. It sounds so silly, but I know it will also be quite gruesome because it's horror. It sounds like a lot of fun. This is about a book club in the South. I think it takes place in Charleston. And his stuff takes place in like late 80s, early 90s. So this book club is a group of women who are a little bit older. All of their children are teens. And we follow a woman named Patricia. And she belongs to this true crime book club. And one day when she's leaving book club, she's attacked by a neighbor. And another neighbor's nephew, I think, comes to the rescue. And she's never met anyone like him before. I don't know if there's romance there or what, but she gets involved with him in some way, some sort of relationship forms. She realizes over time that he might actually be a vampire. It sounds like so much fun, and there's been a lot of buzz about this one. So that's the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Then this is the book that my mom gave to me. She'd read it, and after she was finished, she passed it along and loved it. It's a thriller. It's Before She Was Found by Heather Goodenkoff. I've never heard of this author before. But yeah, my mom was totally entranced by this book. So this is about 3 little girls. I think they're 12. Yeah, they're 12 years old. And they're going to have a sleepover, except the sleepover goes horribly wrong. When one of the girls is found like clinging to life on the tracks, the other 2 girls are nowhere to be found. And everyone in the town is pointing their fingers at one another. And we need to find out essentially what happened to this little girl. I think she does survive it, but she's like clinging to life. It sounds fantastic. And then this is a book that you guys wanted me to buy. I did a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago. I went through my Amazon wish list and had you guys pick which hardcover I should buy and which paperback I should buy. And you guys all chose Where the Crawdads Sing for the hardback. So I bought it. Here it is. And I thought we could throw this into the mix as well. This takes place in North Carolina. And it's 1969 when a handsome man named Chase Andrews is found dead. And all of the locals point their fingers at someone called a Marsh Girl. I guess she like survives off the land, and her name is Kaya Clark. And I think this is a bit of a courtroom thriller as well, or at least a courtroom drama. Apparently it's very beautifully told, and there's lots of like nature scenes, and it does seem like a really good summer read to me, so there's that option. And Reese likes it, so that's usually a good sign. And last but not least is The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is middle grade fiction about a little town who believes that they must, every single year, give one of their babies to the witches, and they leave a baby in the forest every year. And they do this because they don't want the witch or witches to attack them. Meanwhile, I think there might just be one witch. Meanwhile, the witch is like, why do they keep leaving these babies around, and then I have to take them and take care of them? And she essentially takes the babies from one village and gives the babies to another village for the villagers there to take care of. One day, one of the babies drinks moonlight instead of starlight, so I think she has some like magical qualities. Yeah, and it just sounded really, really lovely and very much like shaking up the town with this witch. So there's that. So those are the initial picks that I thought of for the book club for summer. And now I need to sit down, look at them all, pick two from my Patreon book club members to choose from. Then they'll choose and then we'll read it. Okay, so I've chosen the two. I really hope you guys are excited about it. And I hope that you'll join if you haven't already joined up with my book club. I really, really hope you'll join, because I thought we could choose between Where the Crawdads Sing. Like, so many of you wanted me to read this. I don't know if many of you have read it already or what, but it just sounds so good and so summery. And I want to dive into this. I really, really want to dive into this. So there's the Where the Crawdads Sing. I equally want to dive into the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I thought I'd have like a really nice little mix here of like horror, more nature writing. I don't know. It's totally over you guys to choose. I would be thrilled to read either of these. So it's over to the Patreon, getting hooga with it, book club to choose. Will it be vampires? Will it be a Marsh Girl? Who knows? I hope that you guys are equally as excited as I am to read these. I'm very much looking forward to some really good summer reads. Oh my goodness. Sitting out on the front porch with like an iced tea in hand. And one of these, yes. I hope you guys are doing well. Of course, in the description box below, I will link my Patreon page. You do not have to join at all, but I just thought I would put it out there for you. I hope you do. And then in the description box below, I also have my Instagram, my GOODREADS, my Amazon wish list. It's all there for you to peruse. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk with you soon. Bye!